Hi there, today I'm just going to take a quick look at the new Hasbro Mr. Potato Head keyrings that we've got in. I'm going to cover all four of these Marvel ones in a single video because there's not masses to see, but I'd like to pay a little bit of attention to the detail on there anyway. So let's get going. Now each of these is an official Marvel product and licensed by Hasbro. See in the back, masses to see packaging wise, got a little tag on each of these. Keyring pretty standard. And the potato head itself is actually pretty detailed. Across all of these, the outfits seem to be largely based on the comic book outfits. I can't help but notice each one of these has a few kind of standout things, like the colour of the potato is the same, as we'll see later, even on characters where it's not particularly relevant, and they all have the little white gloves, so there are a few differences outfit-wise across the characters. There's a decent amount of detail around the mask. Here. You can see a little bit of skin poking through, as I mentioned. And overall, pretty nice keyrings. You see the repulsors on Iron Man's outfit on the front as well. Not much to see on the underside. You can see the actual gold paint on the outside there, rather than yellow, used a nice effect. So let's move on to the next one. Now taking a look at Spiderman, this is the one exception to the rule of having the Mr. Potato Head skin tone on there. I'm not sure if that's like a legal requirement for them to keep the Mr. Potato Head brand name on there or what, but I notice the Spider-Man specifically in the full-size Mr. Potato Head, it has like a material that stretches over the normal coloured plastic, so I think that might be the case. The actual outfit, as mentioned, seems to be comic book. The logo on the chest doesn't really match any of the recent franchise movies. Not even Spider-Man Homecoming. I noticed that this has 2017 on there, which would have been well within that kind of window. But yeah, you can see the kind of mask I mentioned was, I say separate, but it is still just moulded plastic from the rest of it, kind of mimicking the appearance of the full-size Mr. Potato Head. Got the gloves up there as well. No kind of detail or web shooters on there. The colour blue used on the outfit's a little bit darker than most kind of incarnations there. And the eyes are pretty spot on. So yeah, let's have a look at Cap. Now I should probably mention none of these Mr. Potato Heads have any removable bits, with it being a keyring, because you don't want bits flying off in your pocket or bag. It kind of looks almost like the shield would come off here, but I think it's a separate bit of plastic, but is fixed on there quite firmly, so there's no danger of that coming off. You see Cap's still got that Mr. Potato Head skin tone, kind of, I don't want to say generic, but iconic Mr. Potato Head pieces on the eyes, nose, mouth. And with very few exceptions, the ears remain intact. The A on his helmet slash mask. And on the side there. Now the level of detail on all of these, to be honest, when you take into consideration the size, is actually pretty decent. See across the belt, a few little pouches on there. Bit of red, white and blue going around. Now the moulding of the feet on most of these are very, very similar. You see that's pretty much what we got on the underside of the Iron Man one as well. And that's about it. Let's move on to the final one, Hulk. Now for me the Hulk keyring is probably the weaker of all four of these. See, I find it very, very jarring, the skin tone to the green accessories on there. I'm sure it works a lot better as a Mr. Potato Head than as a keyring. It's a shame they couldn't make him all green, just to stay true to the character, because to me that's pretty jarring effect on there. For whatever reason he got green hair on there, which seems odd. Most modern incarnations of Hulk I've seen have darker hair, so I'm not entirely sure what that's about. It's probably important to mention overall the build quality of all of these is very good. The plastic has a little bit of give to it, but overall pretty solid. These should wear fairly nicely with regular handling. The detail on the Hulk one, not masses to see. You see like the ripped denim at the bottom, and he's got bare feet on there, rather than boots that the other characters have, so it's not too generic a mould they've used for all of these characters. Not much to see on the back. You can see even though it's just a moulded figure, it's still got the hatch that bits would go in and out of on a Mr. Potato Head. Decent-ish muscly arms on there. And obviously they've gone for green ears and nose rather than the pink and red ones that we've seen on other figures. Now overall I've been very impressed with these Marvel Mr. Potato Head Keyrings. Should make a pretty decent purchase for any fan or collector there. And other than the minor qualms I've had with the designs, these are a pretty overall recommendable product. We've also got some Star Wars Keyrings lurking around. I'm going to take a look at those in my next video. But I hope you've enjoyed this or found it useful, and let us know what you think in the comments below. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.